Hey y'all, my name is Bree Fitzhugh and I am here with my roommate, Madison, and I'm going to tell you about some traits that make me unique and explain how astrology and zodiac signs affect me and you alike. Astrology is a study of how celestial elements include signs such as your sun, moon, and rising. These signs altogether make up how you feel, how you process emotions, how you react to situations, how you work, and many other aspects of your life. Placements of the zodiacs in the sun, moon, rising, and other signs affect who you are and how you function as a person. Because of this, we are all unique. Therefore, I say I am as complex as the universe. In a nutshell, your sun sign is how you identify and your ego. Your moon sign is your emotions and how you feel. Your rising affects how other people view you. Like I just mentioned, your sun sign is how you identify yourself and how you act. Your sun sign is determined by your birth date and is the most commonly known sign. My sun sign happens to be in Virgo. Because my sun sign is in Virgo, I'm quite responsible, hardworking, and meticulous. I also tend to be more on the perfectionist side because I hold myself up to incredibly high standards. I'm also highly critical of myself and I tend to self-deprecate a lot. Because I feel like everything I do has to be perfect, I put myself under a lot of stress, and this tends to slowly eat away at my physical and mental health in extreme situations. How I deal with my stressors and my emotions is determined by my moon sign. Your moon sign represents your emotions and inner consciousness. You can figure out your moon sign by your birth date and the exact time you're born. My moon sign is in Libra. This means I'm an indecisive person and a people pleaser. Before I even dove into astrology, everyone around me knew I was such an indecisive person, and I have a really difficult time choosing anything. My indecisiveness is definitely a daily occurrence, and sometimes it hinders me. Along with this, I'm a massive people pleaser. I spend a lot of time wondering how my words and actions might affect others, and I try my best to make sure I'm always choosing the right wording to not upset anyone around me, and I choose the right decision that is best for everyone. An example of my Libra moon in action is the way I communicate with others. I am a passive communicator. This means I avoid expressing my feelings and opinions, I tend to not defend myself in relationships, and I fail to set boundaries with others. By not doing all the things I just mentioned, I can ensure that I protect other people's feelings and not upset them. Of course, there could be other reasons why I'm a passive communicator, but I kind of believe that my Libra moon and people-pleasing tendencies has something to do with it. The last main sign in the astrological field is the rising sign. Your rising sign affects how others see you and how they perceive you upon first impressions. You can find your rising just like how you can find your moon sign, by your birth date and the exact time you're born. Though rising signs change every 2 hours, so it's really important you have the exact time. My rising sign is in Scorpio. Scorpio, being my ascendant, tends to make others see me as passionate, cunning, and strategic. I've had multiple people confess to me that I seem pretty intimidating if you don't know me. I personally don't see this, but that seems to be my mask that I present to other people. Of course, when people get to know me, they know I'm definitely not intimidating in the slightest. It's just how I seem on the outside. Of course, I know that astrology is perceived as a pseudoscience, and a lot of people think it is just bat crazy. I know that it being labeled as a pseudoscience turns people away from it completely, but I urge that you give it a chance. What I've read about my signs tends to be pretty accurate about who I am and how I feel. Plus, it's always fun to read stuff about who you are, and it's kind of like figuring out your Enneagram or your Myers-Briggs personality. Although astrology does seem to be more complicated than both of those tests, but it's really fun. To recap, your sun sign is your identity and your role in your life. It is basically your core. Your moon sign is how you feel and respond to your emotions. You might be likely to identify most with your moon sign because it reflects your personality when you are alone. Your rising or ascendant sign is how you come off to people and your mask to the world. So just as my particular set of signs make me complex, your particular set of signs also make you complex and an interesting person. So, just as I am complex as the universe, you are also just as complex. Thanks.